Okay, so for information, the life of the musician is in different stages. Where you start as an up and coming artist, you get to the mainstream, and you start making some money. Today, we're going to have a discussion, and this gentleman here has been tasting that life of all the stages in our music industry. Started very young, traveled to Europe to do some one or two, and now has now established a studio, a commercial studio, where he's doing his own thing, observing the industry, and he thinks he has some one or two to say here on this platform. This platform is called The Real Talk. My name is Sammy Flex, and I welcome you to Sammy Flex TV. Production being done by Digital Rasta Currency as well as Richie Flex for Sammy Flex. He is Braina Jahsig. You can say Yageti. Wow, Braina. How was Europe? How was Europe? Take me through the Europe life, and before we even start talking Ghana.
All right. We thank God and thank you to Mr. Sammy for this platform. I'm really grateful to the fans out there too. Jahsig Family Entertainment did really good with me concerning the Europe tour. I had to perform on stages like Afro-Dresser Festival, and then we were also in Sweden, by God's grace, on at Gothenburg or somewhere, and we performed also there. And then Opera, there was a reggae show that I was also invited, and it was marvelous. So miraculously, by God's grace, we have made our mark in Europe, and we are making our mark still by God's grace.
I see. I actually thought you were going to live in Europe forever. You were not going to come to Ghana at all because you got married there and all that.
Technically, I go and come. I don't just, let's say, stay. I am like a travel in and out kind of person. But then technically, definitely, it's like I stay there. Because now my wife is there, my children are there, and practically I am also going and coming. Because of my career, we need to market ourselves out there and here at the same time. So as an established artist and an asset of our very own nation, we need to also make our marks across the world. So that's the purpose of me going up and down and technically not staying there as permanent reasons. Maybe in the near future, when we have made our mark in the world and we have established ourselves there, people will get to know that, okay, we represent Ghana wherever that we find ourselves.
I see. But how is music business out there, especially in Europe? You were in which country, to be specific?
Denmark.
Oh, you were in Denmark. Okay. So how is music business in Denmark compared to what we are doing here in Africa, or better still, because you're in Ghana, we can say Ghana?
In Europe, one thing that I loved, and I'm speaking out of my experience by God's grace, what I loved was the kind of people that turn out when it comes to show. Even when they don't know you as an artist of their country, as far as they know there's someone coming to perform, there's an artist that is coming to entertain them, they turn up. And they give you the support that is needed for you to be able to feel at home. And I think that's the only different thing I could say with us, because some of our very own artists, like artists, have created clans, and most of our people are following those clans to be able to not to attend to other shows, which it's not like that there. There they are open to everybody. So that's, I think, technically too, with the established system and a well-structured industry. You know, they have the means for you to be able to be on platforms, and then they also play your songs on the medias. They get you an interview, you know, without any means of struggle. But then I think these are the few things I could just spot with the many that maybe in future terms we will recognize, because we want to represent Ghana and put ourselves too out there.
So were you able to do some connect? Can you say when you go to Denmark in their music industry, you have some establishment done?
Sure, by God's grace, that's what mainly Jahsig Family Entertainment targets for us to be able to establish. Like with the Afro-Dresser Festival, it's being organized at the central city of Copenhagen. That's the city of the capital of Denmark. So that's where the occasion is being held. And we have been on stages like that. Other artists within the very same country, Jahsig Family Entertainment organized. We had about more than like 20-something artists, African cultures and all those things. The establishment was done there so that people will get to know that, okay, Ghanaians, Africans, we have something. So to bring the unity together, it also gave me the light to also have the a chance to shine on stage. So you'll be on the festival and people will be like, we want to see Braina, we want to see Braina, we want to see Braina.
And they knew you were from Ghana.
Yes, they knew.
A Ghanaian boy.
Yes, because whenever I stand on stage, I tell them I'm a Ghanaian. And I'm a dancer and reggae artist, and I'm here to entertain them. Most of my video performances with them, you could even hear it from my speech.
See. His name is Braina Jahsig, and of course, he has been in the business. He's worked with so many top managers and producers before, including Bulldog, and you can mention them as such. Now, let's move on to talk about a point you raised. Yeah. You said our music industry is supported by clans, where if one does not belong to a certain clan, even when there is a show going on, the people will not go. Those who support that clan will not go. I know you are talking about the fan base, the SM, the SAC nations, the Beam nations, maybe Sammy Flex nation, high grade family. It goes on like that. Are you saying that thing, not you alone, I think recently Kwame, Eugene, Guru, and Co, they talked about it. Are you also condemning that act? Are you saying it is also not helping our music industry in a way?
Not really. I'm not saying it doesn't help for you to own a fan base. It's because of fan base we are all here. I'm here because of fan base. All of us are building fan bases. But the idea behind the message that we, the artists, we give to the public. One time I told my manager, we were having a conversation, that we as musicians, at times I wonder whether we know the power we hold to change the youth and the generations that is to come. Because whatever we say, our fans follow. If I wear this dress today, it's my brand, and then the next few months, by God's grace, that you'll be hearing of me a lot with some songs. Some of my fans will start to wear things like me. They start to talk like me, have the same haircut like me, and it has been an example within our very own entertainment industry, and we know about. So the message we tell the fans to know that we are all united. Talent cannot be competed. We are all contributing for a greater change. We want ourselves to be on the map as in the form of entertainment. We want to change the world. So everybody we love ourselves as musicians. I love Shatawale, I love Stonebwoy, I love Sarkodie, I love any other artist, Gwesiata, I love Joey B, we should make the fans know that that love is there, because love has made others build entertainment system that they has changed their world to now. So if we isolate our own selves by ideas of making our fans know that, yo, for me, they are 40 years, nobody will be like me. Then the youth is going to say that, okay, am I going to struggle if I want to follow a dream to be like maybe a musician in that kind of like contest? Do I have to psychologically think that I'm going to be 40 years off before I become popular? No. It is the emotion, or I should say motive, behind we, the artists, and the education we give to our fans. Because the fans, in a way, God has made us like unique. With every talent, you are like, I could say, you are like a God here.
A mini God.
A mini God.
A demigod.
Yes. So if you make a statement, they are going to take it. If you could be a testify, some of our artists, that our A-list, respect to all of them, I should say, their clans and their fans technically don't hate each other. They just hate when a statement is made from this side and a statement is made from this side. When it brings about conflict, then they entertain. You see how it is? So imagine if the unity is being preached. We are making them understand that, yo, when you are coming, we have made mistakes. Don't follow our mistakes. Pick our good part. Let the unity reign. We are all together. Then this issue of someone going to show because it's not for SM, it's not for this, it will not turn out, it wouldn't be there. That's what I'm saying. It is our mindsets and the teachings and education that we give to the fans.
Oh, okay. So in such a case, now that it has been like that, would you allow we continue with it? Or someone said we should even disband them. We shouldn't have any SM, we shouldn't have any SAC nation, we shouldn't have any Beam nation, and it goes on like that.
All right. That's a very good question, Mr. Sammy. I want to make a little bit comparison, as some might say metaphor or something. If, let's say, Mac and Windows, they are all technology company. But in the public, people might say something bad about Mac. They will say the same thing about Windows, but everyone still buys what? The same product. If we have clans, maybe group, we could say, because there is no record label, established record label in Ghana. Maybe I could say apart from Jahsig Family Entertainment, because it's established in Europe and here. So if we are saying that Beam Nations, Sarkodie, and all those people come together on the stage, why is it that if MTN is only hosting a show and Sarkodie and all those people are on it, all the fans get and gather there? But if it is rapaholic, then some don't want to go. We are all selling something to the world. And what are we selling is the key thing. We are selling change. We want to change the life of our music industry. We want to rate out there in the world. We want to go far. We want to be in the iTunes, MTVs. We want to go to beyond BETs, Grammys. And every time we preach that. So our fans don't need to be separated or banned. Or our fan base, we shouldn't have any stagnations or no. It's because your name is what your fans is following. It is our message. That's why our message is very important. It changes and shapes the youth, and they are the generation. So we have to make them understand we are united. Because you love me, you love my rap. Listen, this is my brother. When I'm on the song with him, you have to love him just as such. Yo, all my fans, listen to me. Shatawale has just said this statement. Oh, I just supported this artist. Go and follow. Let it be on that kind of like, no, don't try to go to interviews and bash and then try to put into the minds of your people that loves you that this person is a bad person. So don't follow him. It is not a good thing.
All right, so that was Braina Jahsig putting out some one or two necessary information for you that if it is Sarkodie, he still wants to see people from SM, people from Beam, and all over the industry. He wants to see all of you there, but then it doesn't happen like that. Hardly will you see a hardcore SM fan paying for a Rapaholic or a Sarkodie show, and I'm sure you need to get that. Now, because he talked about the 40-year thing, a statement obviously made by Stonebwoy some weeks ago, I would want to go into that. And again, I've heard he's released a song. I don't know whether I can authoritatively call the song a diss song to Stonebwoy, or maybe an advice song or a message song or whatever you guys would want to term it. Braina Jahsig also explained to us. You talked about the 40 years. Stonebwoy saying the artists it will take them 40 years before they can blow.
Thank you very much. Yes, I have a problem with it. And I don't have a problem with the fact that he has said that. I have a problem with the motive and the idea that he's putting into the public. I'm all for youth, and I'm all for dreams and people that are trying to struggle to make it. Because some of us, like you said, we have established studios and we work with artists. As a musician and in our status and in our very own states, we need to motivate, we elevate, we are the edification of our industry. The media changes country, if you like it or not. Media is the key thing that the youth follow. So if a country is going to be in a prosperous note, before even the government, the media is the key thing. Like we are sitting here now, it will be all over YouTube, it will be all over on Facebook, all the social media networks. They are going to listen. And as they listen, they learn. We've all been youth. So we know that some things that we learned that we were young, when we were growing up and we found out they were mistakes, we draw back from them. We shouldn't tell them to do the same thing. When we feel ourselves as artists, yes, when you blow and you are there, and like as an established artist, yes, when I stand on stage in Denmark and I'm performing, I feel myself. And we have a sense of forgetfulness. When you forget, there is where you try to feel you are above any other person. From a statement I heard from Stonebwoy, he was saying that he's a national asset. And then being a national asset, it gives him the right to say, in 40 years, there wouldn't be any artist like him, and even invited some of his colleagues. And I'm sure they will. I know you know about that. So he said the upcoming artists should sit well. Okay. First of all, national asset. Everybody is a national asset. The Kayayo is a national asset. The truck pusher is a national asset. The taxi driver is a national asset. Everybody is a national asset. It doesn't make him exceptional to be a national asset. To say that 40 years, there wouldn't be any artist that will replace him, as in the dancehall and the reggae fraternity. He even added rap and another dancehall colleague, which I believe they might not even support what he's saying. You get what I'm saying? So why did I send him the letter? I sent him to remind him that, listen, I know you where you are feeling yourself. What you are doing is out of a moment of an emotional feeling. And what you said, you should apologize. Remember that there is nobody that can determine the destiny of anybody. Not even you. It is only God that gives the talent. It is him that he uplifts people. So you have to remember that when you say something as an artist, it will not go anywhere if God has not endorsed it. So the subject of the song stays at the same. Look at where you started from. And then remember that God is the one that gives the talent. He's the one that raised people up. He was with Sammy. Did Sammy take 40 years to make Stonebwoy play?
No, I'm not sure.
Thank you. So then, I don't know why he should say that. When I heard it...
So wait, the piece we are talking about here, you call it what? Letter to Stonebwoy. And you were addressing the things, the things you are saying now, they are the things you said in the song.
Yes, with a couple of few that I might say that...
do you remember the exact lyrics you wrote?
Exact lyrics I wrote.
Okay, so let's listen to it a cappella way, without any instrumentation, so that we can also pick some one or two to ask further questions on.
I said that. May me talk to some artists, back tricks, them a wiki bumbo cloud tactics. What's this? Them say no artists, that's with the upcoming lyrical practice. Go and reach them level. Or may me ask which level? Singing no to no treble. 40 years your own cap, your own trouble. Madam afraid of new talents. Babylon brain, Babylon surface pockets. Jealousy all the way pocket. Tell them we know what nobody lane target. Jah alone give the talent. Jah alone lift man high in the race. You are not in a perfect place. Remember me tell you this straight. Bye!
I don't know why there is a backing vocalist. They should allow us to do our interview. I beg you, big man. Did I hear you talk about auto-tune?
No, not really. I've not mentioned auto-tune. I was saying that people should allow me to talk to some artists. The bad tricks and some of a word I use in Jamaican language that is not really actually comfortable because it was too express.
So what was the word?
The bombo cloud tactics.
No, I heard something like auto-tune. I don't know whether you meant some artists are using auto-tune.
No, I said singing no tone, no treble.
Singing no tone, no treble. What does it mean?
It means that I'm just trying to say that he doesn't really have the voice to sing.
Who, Stonebwoy?
Yes, I'm just really saying that. He's not.
Wait. Are you saying this in reality or what? Are you saying Stonebwoy doesn't have the voice to sing?
No, he has the voice to sing.
So what do you mean?
I'm just saying that he's not as good as you think he is. In a nutshell. Like, okay, you are not singing as good as you think you are. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I mean by.
But I think he's a great artist.
Yes, he is.
He's won international awards. So how then do you doubt his vocal abilities?
I doubt it because in the state of which I'm writing the song, I'm angry. I'm very pissed at what he said. Mr. Sammy, it's an expression. When someone is speaking to a brother, Pacho Jajimino, he has not insulted you. He just want to straighten you up. Say, okay, hey, what you are doing, you should straighten it up. You know you should do it well. That is the expression of the song from the beginning. Because in the second verse, I just told him that, Jah bless, no man curse. And Jahsig is the slogan, Jah sign. Every upcoming artist will rise to the top. And to the top, and that one is the real top. Yes, so it was like I'd say entry be a midi baby for me actually it was so you.
Now, ever since you released this song, I have seen some opposition from some media people, and I think I can comfortably mention someone like Elorm Beenie, who thinks that who should even give you the platform to talk about this song. It is not necessary. Maybe he thinks you don't even deserve the platform or the push that they have to give to you and all that. Why do you think it is hard for some people to accept that, oh, this is an industry conversation, and therefore anybody at all can also wade into it? Anybody at all can also have an opinion. Why do you think it is difficult for them to accept what you've done?
Very good question, Mr. Sam. I really like this one, and the answer is tribalism. That's the answer. Tribalism. Just like we were talking about the Beam Native fans and these fans that are not attending to any other shows. It's all about tribalism. The key, if you actually study, when I send the song out, the blogger that came, I don't know whether I should place him under blogger or servant. I can't really tell. But then,
We mean Elorm Beenie?
yes, I can't. Really
Oh, he's a blogger servant. How?
Like I would even love to have him on the phone to ask him a question. Is a blogger?
He will surely give you the
And I
audience.
don't really think why a blogger should pick a side to blog. The difference is, bloggers are people that give news online or maybe on the net about matters of the nation, and then anything entertainment, anything at all, just news, I could say. And they don't pick sides, whether it's from this Stonebwoy, is from Braina, Jahsig is from Sarkodie, is from Shatawale. They don't care. They just blog it because it is their profession. But if someone decides to pick, like me, Sammy Flex, I came to you, Mr. Sammy, to give me this interview because I've released a new song, and you granted it. You are working for the nation. You are working under the entertainment fraternity. If you start to interview only Braina Jahsig here on your platform, I'm sorry to say, not you, but you are serving me. So, if not for the letter to Stonebwoy that I released, I never knew Elorm Beenie was actually in a service to Stonebwoy alone. Then technically, it's people that are following.
Well, I doubt that though. I know Elorm Beenie serves so many artists, including Samini, Shatawale, and so many dancehall and reggae artists, especially.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Of course, I know
Which
this.
of the news that really goes out there? Because for me, I got to know and understand that I've worked with Elorm Beenie. They will tell you, Brenna, when there's something, say it. When there's something, do this. Shake yourself small. I shake myself on Stonebwoy. Elorm Beenie, you are not Stonebwoy. When we think of it, Elorm, if you are a blogger, okay, a blogger has sent you a message. I release a new song, oh, then you listen to it, and you came and wrote vividly that your brother, an artist or artist, it made me realize that, oh, okay, I never knew he's your brother. What makes you, are you one mother, one father? No. But then what makes him your brother? I can call you Brasami, my brother, when I really have it. I have this relationship with you.
Maybe the brother he was talking about is not a blood-related kind of brotherhood.
That's what I'm saying. The brotherhood he's talking about is a service brotherhood. So I would love to ask him, okay, within servants and a blogger, where does he place himself? Then I will apologize to him naturally that I'm sorry I send him a song dissing his brother, or I say advising his brother. I will apologize to him, clear and clean. I knew he's a blogger. He works and serves, and he made it assume he is a blogger, because if he works with you and you don't see much progress like he does with the other people, then it's like, okay, is he also in that chain? Tribalism. That is what makes people find it difficult to give you the spot they are, because some of them will tell you that this person is doing this, that's why your career is not moving on. Why?
See. So you think it is because Stonebwoy is an ever and Elorm Beenie is an ever? That's why he's doing that?
It shouldn't be like that at all. Everyone is entitled to where we stand. The entertainment fraternity is Ga, Ewe, Tree, what we call it as Fra, every other thing. Ghana is one. We don't have Ewe Ghana, Ghana, Hausa Ghana, and no, we are one. The only languages is different. Our skin is one. We live where we live as united people.
See, when was the last time you released a song apart from this letter to Stonebwoy? When was the last time you released a song?
I released a song quite a while because I went on a break because we were doing rebranding. So 2019 has to end. And within the rebrand, my management, Jahsig Family Entertainment, were already done with the brand. So I was like, okay, when the news came out, one of the nights in I heard and they said, no, you have to structure means to be able to send a message out there. And with that opportunity, I was able to market the brand that we are putting up.
Oh, okay, so now we should be expecting more songs from you.
Yes, please.
From your own studio.
Sure.
What's your studio called?
Jahsig Studios.
Jahsig Studio. At where exactly?
At Chantan T Junction.
Oh, Chantan T Junction. I'm sure I drive past there every morning when going to work. But then again, I don't know if this will come out as a diss from Elorm Beenie to you. He described your photo shoot as 1920 photo shoot, meaning they were archaic or they were old-fashioned. Do you take pain in that?
Not really. 290 Pelebe one things are the ones that are really now as fashion. Yes. That's why you see people wearing this thing I'm wearing, you see it's 19 something, not today. 19 Pelebe something things are the ones that are now reigning as fashion. You see people wearing big shorts, big dresses. It was from the back then. So I didn't take any pain in it. It's just feeling, I think, hurt. Because the words in the song, anybody that will listen to the letter to Stonebwoy and bash Braina Jahsig is not standing for dream. Nobody will say, I cannot say to myself that there is no one that is going to hit a level higher than me. I can't.
Do you remember the verse 2 of Letter to Stonebwoy?
I remember the verse 2.
Okay, let's listen to it finally before we say goodbye. My director tells me our time is up.
All right. Who Jah bless, no man curse. Jahsig is the slogan, Jah sign. Every upcoming artist go and rise to the top, to the top. That one a real talk day. We still waking up, yeah. Still never giving up. Watch out. Lyrical setting up, we double up the energy, lining up. You know, we will break it for the next generation to take it. Yo, Stonebwoy can trick with. Me tell you, none of your words can break with. Tend the table, Jah alone give the talent. Jah alone lift man line of the race. You are not in a perfect place. Braina,
Now, do you think our industry has not treated you well? Because you have the talent, you have the skill, you have the style, but Braina is still struggling in the middle. He has not gotten to the top there. Do you think is it the industry or yourself? You are not helping your own self.
Brother Sammy, I thought you would not ask this question. But I'm happy you have asked. Because there were a lot in my chest to remove. Elorm Beenie made a statement that I wanted to do something to Bulldog. I'm saying it to this public. Since I left Bull House Entertainment, Mr. Sam, you have interviewed me on a couple of notes. Have you ever seen me say anything about Bulldog?
No. Personally, you and we've not talked about Bulldog before.
Good. Great. I want him to come and say to the whole Ghana public, I'm an artist, I have a dignity, I'm an established artist, and if I've done something, I'll stand responsibility for. He should come and tell everybody what Braina told him he want to do to Bulldog, or me and my wife, managers, want to do to Bulldog. Me, I've not said to anything. The only occasion that I had a conversation with him, Elorm Beenie was supposed to come on Afro Dresser Festival.
In Europe?
Yes. And then my management gave him the visa, but for some reasons he was rejected. So
they did not give him the visa. They gave him an invitation.
Not them. We gave him the invitation.
So he did not get a visa.
Yes.
So that's what I wanted to correct.
All right.
Because if you say they gave him the visa, then it means he was supposed to go, but he didn't even get an invitation.
All right.
He didn't get a visa. Okay. He only had an invitation from your label.
Yes.
Yeah. So summarize it and let's wrap up.
All right. So then, long story short, he couldn't go, and I told him an incident that I even had some passport issue with Boo, and that passport didn't come through. I up to now have not received the passport. That was the incident I had with him. So even technically when we were talking, they were the one rather telling me, yo, Braina, you know, these things you for when you go to interview, you for say them, so say people go no say this what be they go on, so say you go no say cough. Everywhere we contracted him to work with us and have that kind of like exposure. And then the radio station so that people can also be hearing the bloggers and all that. But then the thing wasn't pulling. And my management was investing into the thing. Not knowing it take us to places and they intend to like, okay, maybe. And it didn't really actually pull any string. Oh, that time the Stonebwoy and this clan thing crash was there. So he wanted me to go and bash and say things so that it will be like, okay.
You've been using he. Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Elorm Beenie.
Okay.
He emphasized that you say I'm sick of Bulldog, they sabotage your career. Like
so Elorm Beenie said Bulldog was sabotaging your career.
I am telling you something. He's sabotaging the career like the way he did to I1. He didn't say like I1 part, but like a recent issue that came. And that's what he told. And in my mind, I was like, why would Bulldog sabotage me? Okay, I left them on an unfriendly relationship, but I don't see a reason why Bulldog should sabotage my career. And if he is, why would he do that? What's the reason? And I keep thinking because I like to think. And I had the emotion that, okay, so we be Bulldog way, you know, they make how they fly. So we tell people, say, make them not play very nice song. And that was it. So if he is telling me I'm saying I want to do something to Bulldog, I want it to come and tell the whole world. I want it to come. There are other things that because of dignity, by God's grace, we think enough not to ride on our victory with people to be able to get fame. Like when I left Bulldog, I could have come and sit down and say so many things. People would try to, they want to dig into it. But that is not the motive of it. We think. Bulldog has done some for me. He is the one that I was under his management. If I'm ungrateful enough, because I'm angry enough, because issues and incidents that have happened enough will make me come and sit down and labber about the man, I don't think it's good. So I thought of it. I said, no, I don't have to do it. So even people ask me, a few people that are close, say, why don't you? I said, I don't feel the need to. It's not necessary. So if Elorm is saying that, he should come and explain himself and tell the public vividly, because he himself, there are dignities I am protecting for him.
All right, thank you so much. His name is Braina Jahsig. Obviously, he has the letter to Stonebwoy out there just this afternoon before he came to the studio. I checked it out on YouTube with his other works. So same way, if you also want to check out some of his works, Braina Jahsig on YouTube. And again, he has so many songs out there. Very talented with a skill that you would think that he's even from Jamaica. But interestingly, he's some Accra boy like that. My name is Sammy Flex. It has been a good time with Braina Jahsig, and I believe if you're in Europe, you might cross him one day. It has been a good time here on The Real Talk on Sammy Flex TV. Thanks to my directors and producers, Richie Flex, as well as Digital Rasta, aka Currency. Let's do this again some other time. We out of here.